Nice Shorts theme song.
Nice shorts. Yeah.
Eve and Pedro, it's really nice to meet you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have an animation company at this point, so I did a lot of animation. Now I'm mostly directing, and she most doing art direction and script.
But I came from literature in Brazil. I wrote and illustrated many books there.
Yeah.
And when I met Pedro, he provoked me, why don't you write a script? And I started to adapt
Yeah,
my stories. So Carmen was born as a book.
she's really good. So she's good in everything she does. It's a cat, yes,
Oh,
triangles.
oh my
Oh.
God. It's a little dark there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's have a darkest side.
My word is a little dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love them.
I think in text and images simultaneously.
Okay.
Okay.
It's natural for me. Imagine how this scene will be, how the actor, because I did many courses with actors in Brazil too. So I studied clown and comédia dell'arte and study about the masks and on the actor.
Mm.
I think it was so important for me because now when I think about the puppet, the stop motion, it's easy to think about the movement.
The film, what they say about Carmen, have so many unspoken truth through the image, like you said. So I'm curious from your like text form, how do you reflect that and then into the screen, like the adaptation?
Yeah, it was a challenge for me because the book unpublished until now, but what the character passed through is so intense that for me the challenge was how to tell this story in 2 minutes because to condense this intensity and to choose the phrases that I choose for.
Mm.
and the interesting thing about Carmen is that she actually won a big contest in Brazilian, and she never want to publish the book. She always told me that the book wasn't ready. So and so she postponed
Such an artist
the
thing to do.
yeah. So at some point we just here in Portugal in Europe you have public fundings for animation. So she applied for development and she won actually. So we decided to give life to Carmen. She actually have this straight relationship with this character because she's like her little Eve actually. And one aspect we were talking when we talking about doing the movie, Carmen don't have arms, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and Eve always her parents are strict and they never let her doing artistic and animation. So one point we discussed that I found out that of course the Carmen don't have arms because they never let you wrote and draw and stuff like that. So
Mm.
she take her on a personal level,
Wow.
and when we start doing the movie, all the think about all the shots, about the way she moves, she was like acting thing, and we can see her on a small girl and try to appear,
Yeah.
and it was a very emotional process.
Eventually, you have to add a cat named Pedro that gives her wings instead of arms, like helps her fly. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
she
this,
actually helped me fly. So she's the opposite.
And when I wrote the text, I think she was me
Mm.
yeah,
in some sense, but I didn't know her deeply.
okay.
So after this super short movie,
Yeah.
I knew more about her.
When we had decided to go through. So we have the money to make it. So we decide how we're gonna work. It's a very short movie, but the first year was highly to understand the character, how she can relate it to the small pieces that we want to make it, and after that she's really strong about the image and the texting. But since I'm working on animation a lot of years, I try to connect all the animatic, all the sequence as something that was really a translation, not direct from her book, but a
Mm,
translation of something that it's bidimensional to something that can move and create the best I could for her for the integrity of the character of all the things
mm,
and to keep her strong ideas and a strong reading um, close to what he was thinking. And so
Mm.
it was a decoupage on every shot and how the car will look and how it will appear the first time and how the mirror will reflect her faces. And she was always saying that this is too much or this is, I need something more subtle or this is so she was trying to understand another look. It's not her first movie. She's did another on stop motion, but I think for this time she was more uh, focused on how it looks and how it feels, and I was
right.
more focused on trying to delivery through all the framing.
Mm.
And
I think deeply a lot, full in the intention of the scene,
Mhm.
what the character is feeling in that moment.
Right.
So I I try to I use my body indeed, and I acted to Pedro, and we shot this, and we discuss, and I believe a lot in my intuition, in my feelings. This is my way of see.
and on the small little third act, we want to keep open. So
Yeah,
there's some point we found out that she's dead, but we did that open. So people may think that she's not, or so.
just
So we try to keep it something intangible.
When try to express and building up those feelings for Carmen, the character, was it an easy journey for you, or was there any obstacle that you felt like, it's not close enough to what I really want people to feel?
Mm.
Do you have those moments?
yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
And in the music, well, he sent me a version, a first version,
Mhm.
and I said to him, "No, it's not, Marcelo. You needed to." I think my conversation is more. She think this or she feels this, and the scene. What you provoked the person in the sense of provoke this emotion. I created a kind of, and for Pedro too, a kind of emotional partiture.
Mm.
Mm,
In this
mm,
moment, she's angry. In this moment, she doesn't know. In this moment, I deliver this to Pedro, to the musician. I know when this feeling are translated, but
mm.
there are moments when no, it's not here. And there is a funny thing that I can share with you that
Yeah.
when we started the process with Carmen, super short, they did the 3D model,
Mm.
and I stayed bothered with that. I
Mm.
Oh,
don't like this. You are wrong. And I said to the 3D guy, you are wrong. This is not good. And Pedro said to me, Eve, and if the problem is not the 3D guy, but if the problem is you change it. Your
oh,
design changed. Your soul changed. Your feelings changed. Carmen is other in this moment.
right.
I paused the process and I stayed 6 months
Working.
looking for the new Carmen. Was not Carmen. And now in this moment, I think uh, it's similar with Carmen, but it's different. And the first phase of the movie will be one Carmen, and the other phase, the final phase, will be other Carmen.
Yeah, I think the first Carmen she made when she make the book, it's a Carmen that she make a couple years ago, and she was very deep inside her because of all these situation, family situations thing, and she rescued that to the book.
Hmm.
And then physically, when she wanted to represent the Carmen, she did a couple of things that I think have to do with her past life, but she cut out her arms on some way. For me, it was that many problem, and that was the provocative to understand that all those moments she have. She sometimes told me about a couple of moments like this moment she had on when she was young child with the tree that she play a lot to the tree, and so I think that comes all these things comes for her sounds. That's why I think the wind is so important because although she's from Brazil, she's from London, Brazilian. So Curitiba, where she was born, is nothing to do with Rio or São Paulo.
City.
It's all a great city. So that helps to understand. But the movie has some points that are really cool. So when she found out, for example, for the character, she found out that was that. We was yes, we did it.
Uh,
And when, for example, for the music, Marcelo is really great composer, Brazilian composer, really genius. And she was trying to understand with him, so she spent a lot of time. And when she sent this music, she was like that. She was yes, we found the music. It's really that. So after that happened, that was easy. Until then, all the things seems more difficult. So all the creative process, it's difficult. But when she found all these main points, the characters, the music,
Yeah.
that is it's really really good sensation.
And I stayed scared in that point because I got a deadline. So
oh,
So we have a couple of times, so we could do it in 2, 3 years, so it's not a stressful deadline. But stop motion, you know how stop motion works, and
mhm.
so it could grow on you. So it takes a lot of you and it takes a lot of time, but we managed to make it really near what we really wanted to Carmen.
Do you have photos of the different versions of Carmen that we could like
oh, I
have?
got a paintings here, original paintings. I'll show for you.
Yeah, please.
So another thing, cool things with Carmen is that it's so the puppet was made from Coco from France. So the music is Brazilian. I'm Portuguese. The DOP is Portuguese. So we have different. We make a couple of things out also. Oh no, the skeleton was made in France also.
Yes.
We did in England this year. It was cool to understand all these different cool things.
The old
Oh
car.
yeah.
So this is
Oh,
This
wow.
is this is the kind of dark that I do like though. Like we macabre, just a nice. That's
yeah.
cool.
Ah, this is the draw of old Carmen here
Were these done just because, or were these done with the story?
Yeah, that was the book before the story.
before.
Okay.
So that's why she changed the facial expression, the drawing of Carmen. She changed a couple of things,
The
but
room
this is the
stayed.
original.
The room's the same setup though, right?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
same setup.
Oh,
That's
Carmen.
awesome.
We want to create this look that the same that they had on her drawings. We changed the perspective so we have a more
Claustrophobic.
claustrophobic sensation, and
Noisy.
Oh,
yeah, there's different angles that you don't understand, but I think you can feel it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
other curiosity, I painted
Oh,
the wallpaper in
yeah,
what?
the set.
you
Hand
painted.
painted.
Yeah, 1 week.
Yeah, because all this it's in the canvas, and she painted with the same material that the books.
Yeah.
So that's why
Oh,
you can
that's
feel
incredible.
the
Oh.
textures on the wall.
You could have done any wallpaper, but
Yeah.
you wanted it to be the same to the point where you painted it. So what was it that you were trying to recapture to do that?
I think for me, since I was a kid or the little Eve, I think the walls impress our memories.
Oh,
So I don't know, but it was a kind of externalizar.
Exter
Uh,
yeah, externalization.
you mean it reflects the time?
Yes.
Yeah, and also aesthetic, like only have that during that time frame.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I did the mood and the wall and
Hmm.
the tears.
There's a lot of things she wants to make it by her own. And you can see she's really happy doing that. And it reminds me how when she's here on the studio painting her books and stuff like, so there's some kind of same connection that she's looking for, I think, when she does that.
It seems like a thread throughout the whole film process was you were, like you said, externalizing, you were putting what you couldn't describe onto the project. And that was throughout the film, the process of you also letting it all go. Because it seems like the wallpaper was probably your wallpaper growing up, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Like these are things that were very important that you had to get out. And then once they were out, they were hers and you could be you.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
was a process. And my yeah.
the
Oh,
way you
Tony, I'll call for you.
yeah,
Just
she
nice.
calls for you
yeah,
to
the way you
analyze everything.
the way you said that though, it was a process. You could just that one sentence, you could see like years of just crying and like struggling, like just nah.
Yes.
But at the end, I think the movie you can feel the all these small things important they
Hmm.
are there, and I think all the movies should have that. Should have some at least this autoral movie should have that thing that we can understand or try to understand and try to connect with us. And
Yeah.
so for me, it's so cool to be able to make all the things because in our real life, so we
Yeah.
have a lot of things, a lot of shit, and so. But at some point, you can focus on something that tell you so much about life and about feelings and stuff like that.
I think the studio is a kind of Narnia for me. I'm in my world, my own world. I never imagined that I will be an artist because in my family there is no place to this
Hmm.
to be an artist. So I worked with technical design. I was unhappy, but I didn't know. And I know to do technical design. Now I apply in stop motion.
Okay.
yes,
Gr
perfect.
that's a great skill to have for stop motion.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is so
That's
helpful. Like
cool.
it's not in a waste. It
yeah.
leads you to where
Yeah.
you want to go. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so at this point, another thing that can be interesting, we actually made a couple of things on the because the furnitures, all these objects need to be on the right position. So she draw everything. So sometimes it's hard to make it curve, something like that. So we actually made some couple of things in 3D print and other at hand. So
Yeah.
it's funny how things mix between technology and handmade things,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and this is sometimes it works.
It's funny to say because in this moment I'm trying to tell
Mhm.
the full story of Carmen.
She wants to tell more about her because there's a lot of people
Yeah.
saying that, wow, I really engage with the character and I want to know more about her.
Yeah.
So we feel like the 2 minutes was small. And so for now, she's developing Carmen on the next level, but we are on the shooting right now, the next movie that will be 15 minutes, and it's really, really cool.
When I was little, I remember my father had papers of in his work, and at night I go there and I made the houses with the paper, puppets with the paper. To him, I was a crazy kid, but now I see I returned to that Eve. I rescued the little Eve
Yeah.
because I built my own words with paper, and now I'm built my own word with other materials. But
And a Pedro.
Was a journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Num tempo sem tempo, apenas escutei tudo que o silêncio em que habito sussurrou para mim ao longo dos últimos anos. E nesse silêncio conheceram a história da menina chamada Carmen.